afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at the weekend forecast for November 4th through November 6th. And weather looks very warm and very nice for getting outside this weekend. If you're trying to get excited about some winter weather, we're definitely not in the right pattern for it here over the next couple of weeks. There are some signs that maybe that will start to change towards the end of the month, but definitely holding off on any of those wintry conditions to making snow for ski areas is not happening quite yet. All right, as we take a look across the country here, we've got here's a front that is going to affect our weather. This gives us our only chance of some clouds and a sprinkle or two on Sunday, but it's going to hold off. And before that, we've got a lot of clear air to its east and a lot of southwesterly flow, which is really pushing that warm air up in our direction across the eastern part of the country. Here's that front. Like I said, this will affect our weather Sunday afternoon, but it really will not be, it's going to weaken as it heads in our direction. So we're really looking at just a chance of a sprinkle or two. A lot of us probably won't even see any rain. Mostly it's just a cloud maker on Sunday, which will hold those temperatures from breaking records on Sunday. Saturday, we definitely have some chance to break some records. Here's those high pressure systems kind of off the east coast here. Really, this is a midsummer pattern with that Bermuda high basically set up for us as we head across the country. So let's take a look at what's causing this, all this warm air. Here's our upper level ridge here across the eastern part of the United States. You can see huge ridge across the east, big trough across the west. Not unusual, right? This is often when we're real warm across the eastern part of the United States, they're cold across the western part of the United States. That is the case currently. We do have this area of kind of weak low pressures off the southeastern coast. We'll have to watch this over the next several days. There's been some hints that maybe something wants to kind of develop out there of the tropical nature or at least a hybrid tropical nature. We'll have to see on that, whether that does happen, and if it does, whether it at least infuses some moisture into a couple of storms as we head into the late part of next week. But that's well off, not something to worry about currently. And this is the temperature anomalies in the lower levels of the atmosphere. Basically, the warmer colors are where it's warmer than average. You can see it is really, really warm, way above average across eastern Canada and the northeast here, which is why we have a chance to break some records probably Saturday. Not a guarantee that we will. Records are pretty warm for this time of year in the low to mid 70s for at least the areas that keep the records. Nobody in southern Vermont has long-term record keeping, so we look at places like Albany and things like that. I think the record for Saturday in Albany is 75. They definitely have a shot at that. Across the western part of the United States, we can see we have a quite cool air. And again, this is typical. When there's a ridge in the east, there's usually a trough out west. So as we take a look at the forecast over the next couple of days, today, real warm, a couple degrees warmer than yesterday. Again, mid to upper 60s. Some of the valley locations will approach 70. And we do start to add a little humidity into the air. Not a lot of humidity, but that'll help keep our temperatures up overnight. Our valley locations tonight, I was below freezing yet again tonight, despite being so warm yesterday. And what's happening there is we just have long nights right now, good radiational cooling. And so even though areas just a couple thousand feet above me out of the valley are 10 to 15, almost 20 degrees warmer than some of our valley locations here. So I think even the valleys will stay a little bit warmer tomorrow night, although some of them will probably drop back into the 30s as well with those clear skies on Friday night. Saturday, that won't happen because we'll have the clouds. But Saturday is the warmest day of this stretch. High temperatures in the low 70s. Some of the valley locations may approach the mid 70s. A few more clouds on Saturday, although not a lot of clouds, just a cloud or two in the sky. This is the day we have a chance to break some records potentially. Like I said, we'll be right up near record warmth for Saturday. Very, very warm. Saturday overnight into Sunday, the clouds help keep our temperatures way up, more like summertime lows just about, with temperatures not falling below the upper 50s, maybe mid 50s in some spots. Sunday, the sprinkle, this is about any spot has just a small chance, maybe a 20 to 30% chance of seeing a sprinkle. And if you get one, it's not going to be any of this kind of anything that's going to really affect your daily plans. We're talking about maybe 1/100th of an inch of precipitation, or really just very small amounts of precipitation. Warm again. The clouds keep us from having the same kind of warmth we had on Saturday. Aloft, we may even be a degree or two warmer aloft. So the more sun we see, the chances that we have an even warmer day on Sunday than Saturday is at least possible. Clouds hold in again on Sunday night into Monday. Monday will be kind of a transition day as we start to cool off a little bit, although we'll still be way above average on Monday before we do actually get down to some more average temperatures as we head into the middle part of next week. So in terms of overall highlights for what's going on, record warmth for this weekend, definitely a chance that's going to happen on Saturday, maybe even Sunday getting close. Dry with the exception of a few sprinkles on Sunday. great outdoor weather. You know, you can't beat this kind of stuff if you still got a few odds and ends of getting your yard. If you're like me and you got a little bit of yard work still to do to get ready for winter, now would be the time to do it. Dry weather continues into next week, and with the exception of those sprinkles on Sunday, and still warm next week, but less so than this weekend. Particularly the middle part of the week, we get we'll still be probably above average, but closer to normal before we maybe get warm again towards the next weekend as well. All right, that's a look at your forecast for the weekend. I'll be back on Monday with an updated look at your work week forecast, and certainly as we head towards more winter-like weather, if we have weather that's more impactful, I'll certainly be back more regularly with those forecasts. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of my forecasts, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. That helps make sure that you don't. And if you're interested in getting my forecast by email so that you really don't miss any of them, or a couple other benefits of getting like an extra weekend forecast, things like that, you can check out the description below what it means to become a patron. Those are people who help support my channel financially, help with all the subscriptions to the different sites and things like that, and the equipment that I have here. So thanks for my patrons. They really help make this forecast work. And also thanks for just watching watching my videos. I'll be back, like I said, Monday with a look at your weekend work week forecast.